How's it going, guys? Welcome to Season 6 of my Vegas Golden Knights franchise mode series. As you can see here, NHL team has 93 offense and 92 defense, 89 goaltending. AHL team, 81 offense, 80 defense, 80 goaltending. So if you guys missed the last couple episodes, we haven't been doing too good. We got last place in back-to-back seasons, and then we got second last year. So slight improvement, I guess. Kind of retooled the entire team. I figured we needed to bring in some more scoring players. We really didn't have anyone putting up that many points. Also added a couple really good young defensemen in free agency. So first line now is Svechnikov, Barzal, Nylander. Second line there, Palmieri, Draisaitl, and Andronov. His morale's way down. Usually he's an 86. Connor, 81, also usually an 85. So I'm hoping if we can win some games here, the morale can bounce back up. Vlardy now on the NHL team, 84. Benson, 82. He was also an 85. A lot of guys just have low morale right now. Poirier, Gergensen, and Strome. Defense here, we have Olas. He was the guy we actually drafted last season. Such a good player. 90 overall already. He's 20 years old. He went from an 81 to a 90 in one season. Absolute beast. He's still on his entry-level deal, which is huge for us. Paired up there with Dumba. Then we have CC and Hanifin on the second pair, and Werenski and Liljegren on the third pair. Goalies here, we have Korpisalo. He's also way down in morale, down to an 86. Normally he's an 89. Hammond there backing him up at 81. AHL team here, we have DeMeo, Vejdemo, Patrick on the first line. Really hoping Patrick can start turning it around. If not, we're going to have to trade him pretty soon. Seabrook, Oliver, and Artukin on the second. Tulola, Chittle, and Zirkles on the third. Then Kavasha, Petrovicki, and Kabitsky on the fourth. Defense here, we have Day, Heiskanen, Johansson, Graham, Niku, and Walensky. And then in goalie here, we still have Vavalainen and Hallinan. Also, guys, want to show the owner goals. As you can see, the owner happiness there is terrible as we've had a few, rough seasons. Our state of the team, though, is contender, even though we finished second last year. But the owner goals aren't contender goals. They're kind of hopeful goals. Primary goal there, make round one of the playoffs. Secondary goals, win the regular season home opener, as well as boost team chemistry by 5. So these are probably going to change as the season goes on to become contender goals, but we could probably get the chemistry one and obviously the regular season home opener one before they change, which would be really awesome. Give us a bit of an added bonus there with the finances. So just gonna start the sim now. Like I was saying, morale's definitely an issue on this team. Currently at 50, or not morale, I should say chemistry. Currently at 53. That also kind of goes along with the morale, which is really low. So kind of gonna try not to make too many moves. Just kind of try and hope the sim goes well, everyone's morale can go up, and this team can really turn into a Stanley Cup contender. So I just finished simming through October. Really good start to this season. We're 6-2. AHL team there, 3-0-1. Fan happiness and locker room chemistry are both still pretty low, but if we keep winning, I'm sure that'll all be fixed. So we're at the end of November here. We're still playing pretty good hockey. We have a record of 15-10. Look at the AHL team, though. 14-1-1. They're absolutely destroying. Fan happiness and locker room chemistry have both gone up a little bit, but nothing crazy. I think, too, most of the players' morale has come back up, so their ratings have come back up with that. NHL team right now is third place in the Pacific, which isn't too bad. AHL team obviously is first place in their division. I mean, they only lost one game so far in regulation. I'm going to quickly show you guys the lines right now, just to kind of show you whose rating has gone up with the morale. Also, as you can see there, Hanifin's injured for 5 weeks, which kind of sucks. So we had to call someone up from the AHL team. So as you can see there, the first line's the same. Andronov still has low morale. Benson, though, is an 85 now. Connor's an 84. I'm hoping Andronov will play on the second line. He can bounce back up. Defense here, I don't think anyone was low. And then in goal, of course, Korpisalo was an 86, but he's back up to an 89. So everyone's playing well, so I think that's going to help us out. If Andronov can get back up in his rating, Hanfin can get healthy, team should honestly be bound for the playoffs. Alright, guys, we're at the end of December here. We have a record of 22-14-1. We've been playing very good hockey. Second week here, you can see we actually beat Colorado 12-2. Team's playing really good overall. I'm happy with it. For whatever reason, though, the fan happiness is still really low at 54. Locker room chemistry at 69. Almost 70 is good to see. AHL team, though, I can't even believe right now how good they're playing. 23-1-3. They're 3 months into the season. They have one regulation loss. That is just insane. I think you can definitely use the word this time. As you can see, NHL team there, 45 points, third place in the division, just one behind Vancouver for second. AHL team there, 10 points above second place. I mean, I don't know. The AHL team is just crushing it. And I mean, we can take a look at the lineup. They have no one crazy on the team. They have Nolan Patrick, who I purposely left in the AHL. I'm going to try not calling him up all the time and setting him down when injuries happen, as that really didn't seem to help out his growth. So he's 82. He's actually gone up by 1. Playing on line there with Vejdemo and DeMeo. And I mean, other than that, the team's pretty average. Defense there's 180, some high 70s. Goalie there, Vavalainen's a 78, Hallinan backup 77. So the team's not crazy good in terms of the players, but somehow they're just getting it done. So Korpisalo got injured for about a week, and I clicked best rosters, and I shouldn't have done that as they called up Vavalainen, who has to go through waivers. whereas Hallinan, the backup, who's only 1 rating below, didn't have to go through waivers. So I'm going to send him down right now and basically just hope no one calls him up. We'll take a look here. I mean, he's a 78. I'll show you guys actually his stats. 78 overall, 24 medium fringe. Hallinan is like the exact same, but a year younger and 1 overall below. So not a huge loss if we lose him, but I think the AHL team's playing good. I'd love to have 2 good goalies. Hopefully no one picks him up. We'll check. Somebody picked him up. Alright guys, let's get through the teams to see who picked up Vavalainen off waivers. It was actually the Pittsburgh Penguins. So right now I'm trying to trade them. Koznikov, he's our worst unsigned prospect with our 5th, 6th, and then 2 other 6th in this year's draft. I tried just giving them like a 6th round pick or a couple 6, which was actually the same amount of value, and they said no. So I'm giving them this whole package here to get our guy back. I figure the AHL team's playing so good, I don't want to wreck that by having them lose their starting goaltender, affect morale or whatever. So we'll see what Pittsburgh says here. They have to accept this, I think. Here we go. Trade accepted. We got our guy back. I'm happy. Alright guys, so I just traded for Vavalainen, and they added him to the NHL team opposed to the AHL team. So he's stuck in the NHL again. This is so dumb. I'm just going to send him down. If he gets picked up again, then whatever. I don't know why it would add him to the NHL team when we have 2 goalies. Maybe it's because Korpisalo's recovering from an injury, but here we go. I probably just lost him, which means I lost like an unsigned prospect, a couple 5ths, and a 6th for nothing. Yeah, he got picked up again. That's just so annoying. So right now, guys, I'm signing a goalie from free agency just to be the backup in the AHL. We still have Hallinan, who can be the starter, but I need a backup. This Sanders guy, 76, can kind of be the perfect backup. Probably should have just done that instead of trading for Vavalainen, but I thought he would go to the AHL. I didn't know they'd put him in the NHL. Actually, since losing Vavalainen, we actually have lost 3 games, our AHL team, and before that, they still had only 1 loss. So I am really pissed about that. I think it's because even though we have like pretty much the exact same starting goaltender, if the backup ever started, that would have affected losses or just the overall goalie rating. So hopefully that guy signs with us, makes the AHL team a bit better. So as you guys can see here, that Sanders guy accepted our offer, which is good. He's on Las Vegas though, which means I probably have to send him through waivers. If he gets picked up, that would just be such a joke. He was in free agency like middle of the year. We'll check that really quickly here. Or no, he's in the AHL. Okay, that's good to see. Like I was saying, literally the AHL team had only 1 loss, I think halfway through January. Vavalainen gets lost to waivers, and they now have 4 losses. So they've gotten triple the amount of losses in 2 weeks that they've had in 3.5 months. Just ridiculous. I think the NHL team's healthy right now. We're almost at the end of January. Let me check that right now. So we're actually just a couple days into February now. January was a very good month for us. We're now 31-18-2. The AHL team there, you can see 29-6-3. So the goaltending is really what hurt them. Like I was saying, they had 1 loss up until I think like January 18th here, and then since then they've gotten 5 straight losses. Just a joke, and obviously it has to do with the goalie. That's the only thing that's changed on the AHL team. Was losing Vavalainen, so either they were starting the backup or because the overall goalie rating changed between like the starter and the backup. That's just so dumb. Like I can't believe that. That's my fault though. I clicked assistant coach best roster as opposed to doing it myself. Why they wouldn't call up the guy that doesn't have to go through waivers, though, I have no idea. You can see before that, though, it's just all W's. I feel like I might have ruined a perfect season, honestly. Like, if we end up just winning all the rest of the games straight after those 5 losses, I'm going to feel so bad. So I'll actually show you guys where we are now in the standings for both teams. Since we're on the AHL team, I guess we'll show that first. 61 points. Now only have a 4-point lead there on second. NHL team, 64. They're actually tied with Vancouver there for second place in the Pacific. Take a look here and see where we are in the entire NHL. Nylander there you can see is our leading scorer. So we already know where we are in the Pacific. Entire NHL here, 64 points. Good enough for actually 6th place there. So the 3 of the top 6 teams are from the Pacific. That's kind of crazy. So we're having a very good season, clearly. Take a look here, see who else is scoring. Nylander already has 51 points. He's having a much better year this year than he has, the last couple seasons. Barzal there, 50 and 51. He's also on a point per game. Palmieri's got 41. Olas is 36. He's a beast. Drysdale there, 32. Svechnikov, 29. So we actually have some scorers this year, which is really good. That's the thing I said we needed. Needed to start actually scoring goals, and it looks like we are. So I am very happy with that. Taking a look at the AHL team here, Vegemo's got 39 and 38, averaging over a point per game. Patrick there, 29, isn't too bad. I'd expect more from him, though. Artukin, 27, Chittle, 26, Zirkles, 26, Graham, 26. So kind of just a bunch of guys there, like the 20 mark. I'm still so mad about what happened there at the goalie and kind of losing our perfect record. Take a look here at the AHL goalie stats. Hallinan, though, 2 goals against, 12 wins, 5 losses. So he actually was starting for all 5 of those losses. I'm guessing like Vavalainen must have been starting most of those other games where we were winning. Also need to look here at Korpisalo. 21-14. So he's got a good record. Heyman there, 11-4. So like I was saying, NHL team is performing very well. I'm pretty upset about the AHL team's perfect record going away, but I think both teams should be making the playoffs this year. Probably try and make a couple moves at the deadline and go from there. So right here, guys, I'm getting an offer from the Winnipeg Jets, offering me Cam Atkinson and their 3rd-round pick for our 1st-round pick. I'm wondering how good Atkinson is. I'm guessing he's like an 85. In which case, yeah, he's an 85. So we have 85s on the 3rd line. He might even be like a 4th-line guy on our team. He's got 5-star puck skills though, 5-star skating, 4.5-star shooting there. Even actually, he's got 4-star defense, which isn't too bad. That's a lot though for him. I think I'm just gonna decline for now, and maybe see what's available once we're close to the deadline. So we're now at the trade deadline here. NHL team continues to play well, 38-23-2. AHL team there, 36-8-4. So not as good as they were when they had like 1 regulation loss, but still a very good record. We beat Colorado again, big time, 7-0 there. Also, the fan happiness is at 55. I don't know why it's not higher. I think it has to do maybe with like the concessions and stuff, but I've repaired it as much as I can. I no longer have enough money. I think they definitely need to give you more money to do that, which sucks, especially because I put auto finances on, so I can't even allocate more money to it, and I can't like afford to keep everything repaired, which doesn't make any sense to me. But anyways, locker room chemistry there is 75. Obviously, we're going to try and make a couple trades here at the deadline. I did see a couple pretty solid players available on the block. 78 points right now. We're actually 2 points, so like 1 win out of 1st place. It's pretty tight though in the Pacific. Probably most of those teams are the best teams. AHL team there is still way ahead. I'm actually wondering about this. Because last I checked, there was 3 of the top teams in the league. Barzil, I just noticed, is 88. We're in the Pacific, so let's see. We're 4th in the Pacific right now. In the entire league, we are 7th. So yeah, that shows you just how good the Pacific is. Gonna see what we can do here at the deadline. Our lines are pretty good, honestly. Really can't improve many places, but if there's something out there that's worth doing, I'll look into it. So right here, guys, I'm trying to get a trade for Jack Johnson, a really solid defenseman. 86 overall. He'd actually be on our 2nd pair. Hanifin would get moved down to the 3rd pair, playing with Liljegren. And as you can see there, Werenski's part of the deal. 24 years old, still an 83. Really just never worked out. Also adding this Hedberg guy. Decent prospect. He's 22, only a 70 though, so it seems like he's growing really slow. And then New York's 2nd-round pick. Chip Chura's added on there for the roster spot as well. He's the guy that they want the least, as he's probably going to retire at the end of this year. And we have the salary cap to afford that deal. So hopefully they say yes to this. I think it's a very fair trade. Here we go. Trade accepted. So I think our defense just got a lot better. Right here, guys, I'm going to make one more trade at the deadline, trading for Corey Schneider to be our backup goalie in the playoffs. Basically, it will just give us an insane goalie tandem there with Corey Sal as a starter at 89 overall, Schneider backing him up at 86. 35 years old, he'll probably retire at the end of this year, even if he doesn't. Only 1 year left. The $6 million salary we can afford, and his trade value is not that high. So I think if we can pull this off, those 2 trades combined could really give us a shot at the Stanley Cup. So right here, guys, the trade I'm offering for Corey Schneider. It's Andrew Hammond. Obviously, you don't need once we get Schneider. New York Rangers 3rd-round pick and a couple unsigned prospects. They're the 2 worst unsigned prospects we have left. We had a ton. We were never going to be able to re-sign all of them or sign all of them, because we only have so many contract spots. Trade value is about double on our side. They don't want Schneider. They want Hammond in the 3rd. Obviously, why would they not want 2 free unsigned prospects? We'll see what they say. Trade accepted, so there we go. Team is stacked. So after those 2 trades, guys, I want to give you a look at the team. Obviously, offense is the same. Defense, though, you can see we now have Johnson and Dumba as the 2nd pair, which is absolutely amazing. Hanifin and Liljegren as the bottom pair. Hopefully, these 2 can keep getting better. I mean, Hanifin's hasn't grown, I think, in the last 4 years we've had him, unfortunately. And then, of course, goalie there, Corey Sal starter with Schneider backing him up. We should be set for the playoffs. Also, I want to show you guys another thing. AHL here, that Seabrook guy we just drafted is now an 81. He's turning into a very good player, so keep an eye on him, I think. Other than that, though, that's pretty much it. I think Chip Chura, though, the guy we got as a part of the Johnson deal, is actually in the AHL lineup. Maybe that'll make them a bit better, but just going to send to the end of the season now, see where we finish. We should make the playoffs for both teams, and hopefully we can have a deep playoff run. Alright, guys, so we're now at the end of the regular season, and we absolutely went off after the trade deadline. We had a record of 16-2. You can see it's all wins there. 4-2 loss to Buffalo and a 6-4 loss to LA to end of the season. But other than that, all W's. Finished with the record there of 55-25-2. AHL team 45-13-7. Fan happiness is finally back up. It's at 79, probably because we made the playoffs. Fans are happy about that. We're going to take a look here and see where we finished in the regular season standings. So 112 points, 1st place in the division. That's awesome to see. Also, it's a Z, so I think we won the Western Conference probably. 95 offense, 93 defense, 92 goaltending there for our ratings. Leading scorer there, Nylander, 82 points. So you put up a point per game this year, which is awesome. 112 points specific. We'll take a look here and see where we are in the entire league. Yeah, so we finished first in the entire league. That's pretty awesome. So back-to-back years we finished last, And then last year we finished second last, and now we're first place in the league again. This is where we finished actually in our first season. So I think we went President's Trophy, playoffs, dead last in the league, dead last in the league, second last in the league, and then President's Trophy. So 1 year we kind of finished in the middle of the league, and then every other year was either first or last. So that is pretty funny. Really like to see, just how good this team played. I think those trades at the deadline obviously definitely helped us out, only losing 2 games. Nylander had 82 points. Barzal there had 81. So, I mean, 2 guys on our team averaging a point per game. That is awesome. Both of them still have potential left, too. Palmieri there, 65 points. He was scoring like crazy. Olas there at 62 as a defenseman. He's an absolute beast. Draisaitl at 51. Svechnikov 49. Connor at 44. He's making like 1.2 million or something. So, I mean, that signing was crazy. Yeah, 1.2 million for 8 years. Absolute steal. Benson had 41, Andronov 41, Johnson had 36, so he's going to be a pretty solid addition. Lodrigan 36, don't know why he stuck it at 83. CC at 35, Lardy 31, Strome 31. On the fourth line, it's pretty good actually. Gergensen 25, Poirier 21, Dumb 18. Let's see, just a couple guys there that called out for a few games, had like 1 point each. Taking a look here at the goalies, Corby Salo, 2.42 goals against, 9.917 save percentage. Schneider there, 2.58 against, 15-11, 0.92, so that's pretty good. I think those are his overall stats, though, because he didn't play that many games for us. I'm going to take a look here at the AHL goalies. Hallen in there, 21-8, 2.18 against. We'll take a look here as well at the AHL scorers. Hopefully Patrick's up there. Vegetamo over a point per game. Patrick at 58, almost a point per game now. DeMayo's at 47. He's actually at a point per game. He gets called up most of the time as he doesn't have to go through waivers. Artukin 47. Zirkel's 41. I want to see where that Seabrook guy is. He's at 27, but he's on 81 overall, so maybe because he's a two-way forward, doesn't have to score as much to go up in the rating. A bunch of AHL guys chipping in. Chipchura somehow has 34 points, so maybe he'll be like a solid veteran presence there for the AHL team. But I'm very happy about the regular season here for the NHL team, as well as the AHL team. Hoping now we can have some playoff success and make up for the past few seasons. So in the first round of the playoffs here, guys, we're going up against the Chicago Blackhawks. Hopefully we make it through the first round. We did win the President's Trophy. I think the first year we won the President's Trophy, we didn't make it past the first round. I honestly can't remember, though. A while ago now. First period here, Velarde scores, Schmaltz scores. Second period, Draisaitl gets one, and nothing in the third. So we win the first game there, which is awesome. Always love to win that first game, go up in the series. Hopefully make it 2 games here, win back-to-back at home. That would give us a pretty good lead. I think the AHL playoffs start next week, so like on the 18th when we're in the 4th game of the NHL. Somebody there in the AHL got injured. I was worried an NHL player got injured. I really like it when there's no injuries in the NHL playoffs, but see what happens here. Game 2, nothing in the first period. Second period, still nothing. Third period, going to OT now, 0-0 game. And there we go, Palmieri there with the OT winner. That's awesome. So up to nothing here against the Blackhawks. I'm pretty sure at this point, Taves and Kane are both pretty old. We're in 2022, so they're both 6 years older. They're probably still a decent rating, though. The Blackhawks definitely aren't what they were, though. I think Keith and Seabrook might even be retired by this point. Game 3 here. Barzal opens up the scoring there, 1-0. They have Chad Johnson in net, so yeah, they're hurting for sure. Second period, Benson and Gergensen score. Hinostroza gets one, so 3-1. And 2 more there from Nylander and Strome. So the big game 3, winning that one 5-1. That's awesome to see. Kyle Connor's morale's gone down for some reason, but I mean, we've let in 2 goals in 3 games. We just won 5-1. I am definitely happy with that. Would love to see if we can sweep them here. The AHL guy got back, so here we go. Game 4, AHL teams all starting their playoffs now. Let's see who they're going up against. The Heat there, Stockton Heat. So anyways, like I was saying, Game 4 in Chicago. Can we pull off the sweep? That would be pretty awesome. First period, they actually get a couple there, Patty Kane and Noel, and then Draisaitl for us. Second period there, Draisaitl and Benson, Neal and Schmaltz, so it's 4-3 Chicago. And then third period, look at us, Nylander, Strome, Svechnikov, and Olas all get goals. That Noel guy gets another one. We win that one 7-5. We were scoring like crazy this series. Awesome to see. There we go. Sweeping the Chicago Blackhawks first round. That is awesome. Sim to the next week, see we play the second round of the playoffs. I'm just glad we didn't go out in the first round. If you win the President's Trophy and you go out in the first round, that's just so embarrassing. AHL team there is 2-1. We'll see if they can close it out there, and they do. It's 3-1 now. Quickly going to do some scouting. I think I've pretty much scouted everywhere this year. Let's do some SHL defensemen there. They actually had a decent amount. That guy's back for the AHL team. Looks like we're playing the LA Kings now in the second round of the playoffs, so here we go. Game 1, obviously we're going to have home ice throughout the playoffs. We did win the President's Trophy. First game, Olas and Andronov. Lewis gets one for them, so it's 2-1. Barzal makes it 3-1. And Connor Nylander make it a 5-3 game. Clifford and Pearson score for them. So there we go. Sometimes when there's a bunch of goals like that in a period, I have to kind of like add them all up. I don't want to look over at the numbers, and see who won. Valiardi is hurt now. That sucks. Or Velarde, I should say. Out until May 3rd, though, so he's actually going to be back pretty soon. Let's see. I don't want to call up, let's see. Who we can call up? Nolan Patrick we could call up. We actually need a center, though, so Vegemose, who we should call up. I don't think there's waivers in the playoffs. I'm 90% sure of that, so let's call up Vegemose. I'm 99% sure there's no waivers in the playoffs. A team that's not still playing can't pick a guy up. I might be wrong in that. I don't know. I'm having trouble figuring that one out. But anyways, game 2 here. Vegemose will be like the 4th line center. I think Velarde's back next week, so we should be okay. Poirier and Kemp get one goal each there in the first period. Vegemose gets one after getting called up. Svechnikov 3-1. Pearson gets one, but it's not enough. So 3-2 win there. That's awesome. 6-0 right now in the playoffs. I'm loving this. Noah Hannafin actually just lost some morale because of ice time. I guess, yeah, he's a top 4D, I think, his role. Even though Velarde's already back. Even though he's only 84 overall, which really should be a bottom or top 6. So just going to send Vegemose down here. I'm wondering if he does have waivers or not. I feel like I might have messed up if he didn't because I could have called up somebody else. Let's see here. Olas is just such a beast. Does he have to go through waivers? No, yeah, we're in the playoffs, so we're good to go there. Let's see. I want to take a look at the lines, too, with the injuries. Probably got messed up a bit. So, yeah, I like Svechnikov line 1. I like Andronov line 2. And the rest of that looks good. Let's check the defense there. Looks good as well. AHL team will just go best lines. Seabrook there, he's the guy we just drafted. I'm going to put Patrick on the first line, though. He's more of a scorer. Seabrook on the second line should still be fine in terms of his growth and everything. So, 6-0 right now in the playoffs. Can we sweep the Kings? Back-to-back sweeps. That'd be great. Here we go. So, game 3 here in LA. First period. Kemp gets a goal for them. It's 1-0. Pearson gets one. We need a big third period. Nylander gets one. Unfortunately, not quite enough. So, our first loss of the playoffs, that's okay. Obviously, we're eventually going to lose. So, 2-1 loss. It was a close game, too. If we can at least win this next game, pull out one win there in LA, that'd be pretty good for us. Go up 3-1 in the series. Wouldn't mind that at all. Let's see here. Game 4, first period. Draisaitl and Svechnikov each score. That's huge. Second period. Benson gets one. Mersch and Doughty score for them. So it's 3-2 us. Nothing in the third period. Able to hold on to that win. So that's awesome. 3-1 in the series now. Just have to win one of these next 3 games. Or moving on to the conference final. I'm not positive. I'm pretty sure we won the first round when we won the President's Trophy year 1. And then lost the second. So this would be the furthest we've ever made it in the playoffs if we can pull out the win in this series. At home ice here, so I think we can get it done. There we go. Barzal and Benson score. It's 2-1. Poirier and Barzal again. It's 4-1. And then Draisaitl, Palmieri. We just go off on them there. Winning that game 6-1. Making sure we move on to the conference final for the first time in franchise history. That's not good, though. Jack Johnson just got hurt. Only out for 2 weeks, though. So that's actually not too bad. He should be back for, end of the second series. If we do make it to the Stanley Cup final, he should be back before that. I guess we'll call up Graham here. He looks to be the best defenseman. Either him or Sean Day. Johnson went down, and Johnson's left-handed, so I'm going to take up who's ever left-handed. I know Sean Day is. Graham also looks to be left-handed, so let's just go. Sean Day's older, so I'm going to call up Sean Day just for that reason. Probably doesn't really matter, but we'll see who we play now in the second round. Actually, he's going to have a lot of time to heal because the second round doesn't even finish, I think, till the 11th. He's expected back the 19th, so we actually might get him back in the third round of the playoffs. Got Calgary here in the conference final. AHL team there is 5-5. Are they out of the playoffs? Let's take a quick look. I think they got beat there. So 1, 2, yeah, they lost 4 games. Okay. So AHL team made it to the second round and lost. That sucks. They were having such a good year, but NHL is still alive, and that's what I'm more concerned about. Calgary Flames here. Game 1, period 1. Andronov and Olas score. It's 2-0. Nothing in the second. They tied it up, though, in the third. Sushko and Nordstrom going to OT now. Wow, Sushko gets another one. I thought we had that one for sure. 2-0 going to the third period, and we just couldn't hold on to it. That could be a big game. We definitely, can't let that dictate the series. Game 2 here. We need to win one of these two. We cannot go down 2-0 in the series. Here we go. First period. Sushko scores again. I don't know who this guy is. He must be like an auto-generated player that's a beast. Second period. Where am I going? Second period, nothing. Come on. Third period. Wow. So they shut us out there. Win 1-0. Going to game 3 now. Down 2-0. This is not good. We can rally back, though. We've done it before. 5 games left. We have to win 4 of them. There we go. Strom gets one, finally scored. Versteeg gets one for them. It's 1-1. Monahan scores. It's 2-1. Frolik scores. It's 3-1. I can't believe this right now. Calgary is just destroying us. So down 3-0. We have to win the next 4 games. Do a little bit of scouting here. I'm pretty sure I've like hit up every place that has a good amount of players in it. I guess Liga there with 10 forwards. We'll do that. I usually try and basically like scout around everywhere. Here we go. Game 4. This is huge. If we lose this route, I don't know. I was really optimistic, I think, about winning this playoff series. I'm already down 3-0. Drysdale gets one. Nyquist, Klimchuk, 2-1. Kachuk gets one. Come on. Pull this back in the third. Oh, there we go. Svechnikov, Dumba. It's tied up. Going to OT. Drysdale with the OT winner. Coming in clutch. Keeping our playoff hopes alive. There we go. All right. So Jack Johnson's back. Rallied behind that. Got the 4-3 win. Just go in the next 3 games here. 2 of them are at home. Definitely doable. Come on. We've already swept. Who was it? Chicago in the first round. Sechikov and Kravosk there. 1-1. Klimchuk. Okay, we need to come back again in the third. Nylander scores. Kachuk, though, puts it away for them. So, unfortunately, no Stanley Cup final for us this year, but we did have our best playoff performance yet. Really happy with how this team's looking. Obviously, we have a ton of young players. So, obviously, the future is looking very good. Have a good draft again. We have so many picks. If you guys forgot, we have like 2 firsts. One of them's Detroit's, which is going to be a lottery pick, I'm pretty sure. Like 5 fourths, 4 fifths. Gonna have a crazy draft, hopefully. Sign someone big in free agency if we have the money. And do even better next year. Get back to this spot and hopefully win this round. Move on to the Stanley Cup final. Also, guys, as you can see here, we're getting a contract extension. I don't have GM firing on, so they have to extend me no matter what. Just taking a quick look there at all the teams that I could go with, but obviously we're gonna stick with the Las Vegas team. Try and bring a cup to Stanley Cup to Las Vegas. Stanley Cup champions there, Ottawa Senators, Calder Cup, Albany Devils. So Calgary and Ottawa was the Stanley Cup final. That's kind of cool, 2 Canadian teams. And right here, guys, we look at the draft lottery results. We actually get the 7th pick in the draft via Detroit, and then we'll have our first round pick, which is probably going to be like 27 or something. So that is awesome to see. One of our owner goals apparently was win the Stanley Cup. Like I was saying, sometimes they change throughout the year. So we got pretty close there. We failed it. We did get, of course, what was it? It was like you had to win so many home games or something. And we had to win the first home game, which we got. And then there was another pretty easy one that we also got, which gave us a bit of money. So 2 of 3 isn't too bad. Retired players here, nobody on our team. Or never mind, Kyle Chipchura. He was in that trade. I figured he would retire. Let's take a look here at all the players. Probably some big names retiring. The further down you go into the franchise mode, the more big names. And there's Ovechkin retiring at 90 overall. 36 years old. I feel like he still had, a few more good years left in him. Corey Perry there, 78. He's really dropped off with age. Ovechkin, though, was just still, a beast. Erickson there, actually wasn't too bad, 85. Steen, Little, Shea Weber. Chris Letang was still really good, 88. Hornqvist, Green, Bufflin, Bozak, Stafford, Versteeg, Kuhlman, Darren Helm there. So, like I said, some big names. Ovechkin retiring. It's definitely huge, especially at 90 overall. I think I've seen Tarasenko retire once at like 95 or something. Other than that, though, that Ovechkin's probably the highest rated I've seen. Rene's retired, Halak, Reimer, Stalock. Other than that, though, no goalies. So we actually had the 28th pick in the draft along with the 7th pick. I'm really happy with that still. I forget, honestly, who even traded now for Detroit, but it wasn't anyone that was like that great. Detroit's first round pick for some reason was on the block, and I knew that they usually don't do that good. So we're going to get a 7th round pick now. Let's see here. First overall was a medium elite defenseman. Second, medium elite forward. Top 9 for Montreal. That's rough. Medium elite center. Medium elite playmaker. Medium elite goalie at 6. So hopefully we can still get an elite player here. That would be awesome. So there's 4 top 10 guys left. 2 of them are top 9 forwards. One's bottom 6. One's AHL. So obviously they're all probably better than that. I'm probably going to go with one of the top 9 forwards. We got a defenseman last year in Olas who's a beast. Or 2 years ago now. Our defense is, pretty set. Plus, he's considered to be the worst one. So is this Nestorov guy. So it's either Grigorenko. We could get another Grigorenko on the team. Or we're getting Grumet Morris, I think his name is. I'm just going to check potential here just to make sure there's nothing better available in terms of exact. Yeah, so it's all top 9 anyway. So let's go. Let's see. We're either going to go Grigorenko or we're going to go Grumet Morris. Our center depth's pretty good. I want to go with the Canadian, I think. Grumet Morris, please be good. Medium top 6. I mean, it's not too bad. So 20th pick now. I need to check and see if we missed out on an elite player. Might make me cry, but I need to see. We didn't. It looks like that defenseman was top 4, and then everyone else was like top 6 and top 9. So yeah, we got like the best player available, more or less. Not sure like who's gonna have like the highest rating off the bat. Buffalo just drafted a 7th D. That is a rough pick. We'll see what we can get here. There's a lot better than that for sure. There's a top 60 here. Stamkos, he could be even higher than that. Cassian there. There's also a top 6 forward. We just drafted a forward though. I might go Cassian here and hope he's even better, like maybe medium top 4 or something like that. Let's see. Medium top 4 worked out perfect. Next here we have pick number 5 in the second round. Let's see if we can get some more good players. There was a lot of stuff available. Is this guy still here? Joensu, exact top 6 forward. That's what our like 7th pick was. That's a great second round pick. So we didn't have a third round pick, which means our next pick here is pick number 7 in round 4. Oilers just got a medium starter goalie, which is really good value for round 4. So I'm going to take a look here and see maybe if there's another good goalie available. I hadn't been looking at goalies at all, just skaters. So that guy's supposed to go in the 4th round. He's completely unknown. Yeah, so for potential, it's just all like AHL fringe. So we'd be taking a completely guess. So no one worth taking right now for us. I didn't scout goalies at all. We have Corpi Salo, who's probably good for like the rest of the year. Lilja here, top 6D. That's going to be pretty hard to pass on. All those other guys there are like high 7th Ds. So yeah, we'll go Lilja here. Seems like a pretty solid 4th round pick. Low top 4, that's okay. I think I have, what was it, like 5 4th round picks. Yeah, pick number 13 next year. So we can just hopefully get lucky here. This goalie, 4th round unknown. Should we just take a chance on him? I know I said I wasn't going to. Medium starter, LaPointe. That is awesome. Do we have the next pick? Because I clicked... Alright, we must have the next pick because I clicked make pick. There's another Olas here. Exact HL top 2D though. That's probably like that dude's brother, or they just have the exact same name. I don't know if he's worth taking though. Like AHL potential. Don't really feel like it's worth it for him. Bomb 6 guy here. He might turn out to be pretty good. Let's take this Weatherspoon guy. Low top 9. Not bad at all. Send to our next 4th round pick. We should have 1 or 2 more. Yeah, 1 more. So we'll see if we make this one count. Then we have, I think, 4 fifths, and that's it. Let's go by potential. Bunch of bomb 6 forwards left. And then there's an exact bomb 6 forward. Probably get him next round. So right here. Let's see. This guy's got highly interest. 7th round. Medium bottom 6. 7th round again. 7th D's here. 4th/5th round. He'll be gone soon. Maybe he's actually better than this. Let's see. Medium top 6. That's a lot better. That's a solid pick. Pick number 7 now in the 5th round. Like I was saying, I think we have 4 of these 5th round picks. Look to be a lot of good players left. So I'm going to hopefully get some more steals. Bunch of bomb 6 forwards there. And then there's that guy. So let's just start taking bomb 6 forwards. Sniper here. Actually, we'll go with the guy that's projected to go soon. So DeVoe here, 5th/6th. Low top 9, even better. We have another pick back to back. So many like seemingly pretty good players still available. I'm going to go by round here just to try and get them before other people do. Roken here, low top 9 again. That is awesome. Pick number 13 now in the 5th round. I don't know how these people are getting like AHL stuff. Like, we obviously did better scouting, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to go back to the bomb 6 forwards because there's still a bunch available for us. Ticking in here. They're all 7th round. This guy's medium bomb 6 though. He could be higher. Let's take him. Henley. Low top 9 again. That is perfect. I don't think we've even gotten a bottom 6 forward yet. Or maybe we've had one. But like our players have all been low top 9 or like top 4D, top 60, top 6 forward. Like really good picks. I think I just simmed to my next pick, which you might not have. Crap. Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought I had another pick. We still made a bunch of picks in this year's draft. There were like a few bomb 6 forwards left. I thought I still had one more pick. I was going to pick it and then trade. That's my fault. But I mean, how many picks do we have there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think 12 picks there. Really quick counting. And like, we didn't get any AHL players. We didn't even get a 7th defenseman. That was a very, very good draft. So before I start doing the contracts, I want to show you guys the awards for this season. Obviously, we know there that the Ottawa Senators won the Stanley Cup. Take a look at all the rest of them. President's Trophy, we won, so that's pretty awesome. Probably just like 1 year away from seeing another one because we won in 2016-17. Clarence S. Campbell with Flames. Ottawa Senators there with the Prince of Wales, of course. Player Awards, Stamkos with the Art Ross. Carlson the Hart, and the James Norris, and the Lady Bing. Reitz there with the Calder. I think Olas definitely got screwed because like last year he played half a season or whatever, so it doesn't count as rookie this year. Otherwise, he would have for sure got it. Quick with the Vesna, and William M. Jennings. Greiber with the Bill Masterson. Stahl there with the Selke. Carlson with the Ted Lindsay. Patty Kane there with Maurice Richard. AHL awards, let's see. Calder Cup, Albany Devils. We won the regular season champion. I think we also won the Western Conference, and we won our division. So 3 team awards there, all from the regular season. Player awards here, a bunch of Syracuse Crunch players. And we didn't... Oh, who's this? Hallinan there with the lowest goals against average. That's pretty good. So we're at the re-sign phase now, guys. We have $17.3 million in cap space. Barzal, Draisaitl, and Gergensen, our top 3 forwards, are all locked up. Velarde needs a new deal. Hopefully it's not too much. $2 million for 1 year is pretty reasonable. 2 years it gets cheaper. Even cheaper on 3 years. So it doesn't get cheaper till like 8 years. Let's try and get him there. Where is it still around $2 million? So 4 years at like 1.75. If he gets up to like an 85, that's a very good deal. Chittle here, 22.75. It's not too bad. I'm not sure though. Grumet Morris, he's one of the guys we drafted. You're gonna have to give him a new deal. 8.75 there. Rest of the players aren't really worth drafting. Chittle, I'll probably resign then. Especially 750K is nothing really. Left wings here. Andronov needs a new deal. Same with Svechnikov. Both 86s. Pretty similar players. Andronov wants $5.3 million. That's a lot. 4 years. Let's see if we can get him for, say, 4.9 for 4 years. I think he'd take that. Svechnikov here also needs a new deal. Wants 5.775. Does he go cheaper at all? It doesn't get cheaper. And he's like the exact same player. I don't really know why I'd pay him that much more. I'm going to qualify him for now. I think that means he gets like a $4 million offer, as that's what he was making before. Benson's locked up there for 2 more years, 4.5. Connor's got the best deal ever, $1.2 million. Matthew Strom needs a new deal as well. 3.3 he wants for 3 years. That looks to be the sweet spot. Let's give him 3 for 3. I think that's pretty fair. DeMayo's already locked up. This guy's 21.73 overall. Not too bad. We'll give him about 8.75. Those other guys are not worth signing up. Right wings here, Nylander's locked. Same with Palmieri, Poirier. Seabrook's now an 82, so he's going to be in the NHL next year, especially if he grows over the summer. Patrick's only an 81. I think we're going to trade him this summer. Move on from him. Zirkel's 25 and 80. He's just been in the AHL the whole time. I'm just going to let him go, I think. Let other players in the AHL get some ice time. Artukin there's 23 and 79, so he's not too bad. I'll give him like 8.75 for 2 years. Tulola here, 24.76. He never really panned out. We can let him go. Same with Lynn, 23.74. Like, yeah, if they're not even like a 75 at that age, it's not worth it. Malikov here, give him a new deal, or his first deal, I think. 24.74. Same for that guy. I think he turned out well in our Florida one, Lee Roberts, but not in this one. Defense here, Olas is just a beast. 92 overall now, still on his rookie deal. He's going to get a big pay raise next year. CC, Dumba, Johnson needs to get paid. So if I sign him, it's definitely for 1 year, as we'll need his money next year for Olas. So 3 years at $5 million, or we can get him probably for $5 million for 1 year. Let's try like, I don't know, 4.875 for 1 year. I think he'd take that. Liljegren's an 84 now. Hannafin's an 83, so he's gone down by 1. Might move on from Hannafin, honestly. Bring in somebody else. He's just not playing that great on our team. This Graham guy might even, grow over the summer. Sean Day's still a solid AHL defenseman. This guy here, 22.79. He's also pretty good. Give him that 1 year deal. Johansson's 25.78. Same with Niku. I don't know about either of those guys. They're both kind of not really panning out. This dude here's 22.76. Give him like 900. 21.75. That's good enough for a deal. Just trying to save like 50K everywhere we can. 23.75. Just gonna let him go. At that point, I feel like he's just not that great. Peros, 22.76. He's still really solid. Give him like 8.75. Same with this Chubisov guy. I think they all ask for like the max rookie deal. Might as well just give him a bit less. I think we have the contracts, so we can probably sign Niku and Johansson. Kind of shores up like our AHL defense. Make sure the AHL team's competitive, as they're both 78s. And like worst case scenario, if we have a bunch of injuries, can call them up. Kirby Sal is locked up still. Schneider needs a new deal. 36.84. I thought he'd retire. I mean, I'm down to sign him as a backup, as long as he wants backup money. And he wants starter money, which, yeah, 4.6 million. I'm not paying him that. If he wanted, like, or actually, how many years was that for? For 3 years, so he's 39. Yeah, he is not worth that money. Just going to let him go. 2 AHL goalies there. Both aren't too bad. 77. The guy we drafted there, 64. So, we need a backup goalie. We need to figure out what we're doing with Svechnikov. And other than that, I think most of the team's in place and ready to go for next year. So as you guys can see here, the Grumet Morris guy accepted our deal. Same with Jack Johnson. We gave him the 1 year instead of 3, and he took it, less than 5. So if we have the money next year, we'll keep him, but I think we'll probably need it for Olas's new deal. This guy accepted. A bunch of AHL guys. Andronov accepted. Any other big name players? Strome accepted. Velarde rejected. We have to give him some more money. Everyone else accepted by the looks of it. So we'll go take a look at the money now. I think we have enough probably for Svechnikov. Actually, no, we don't. We only have 4.7 million in cap space. And let's see here what we have to do for signing players. Any of those guys worth signing that are unsigned? I don't think so. So Velarde needs a new deal. Same as Svechnikov. We don't have enough to sign Svechnikov with 4.7. So I think we're going to sign Velarde here. At 4 years, he wants... Let's just give him, like, I don't know, 1.95 for 4 years. I think he should take that. Svechnikov, though, I think we're just going to have to trade. Like, we don't have the money for him. And I don't really think we can get rid of anybody else. I'll take a look at it, though. Maybe if we trade FA Hanifin, actually, we can keep Svechnikov. We'll see kind of what's available on the trade market. And as you guys can see there, Velarde did accept our offer. I think we got him at a really good term, like $2 million for 4 years. So everyone's signed now with Svechnikov, who was given a qualifying offer. Like I was saying, I think I'm going to try and trade Hanifin and keep Svechnikov, as our defense can kind of absorb that, deal. We'll take a look, though. So now in free agency, there's a few good players available. Forsberg there, the top forward, 88 overall. Ryan Murray, 87. Wouldn't mind him, but we just signed Johnson, who's one below him. And he's, I guess, going to give us that cap space for Olas, like I've said a few times. Svechnikov, we need to trade Hanifin in order to sign. Some 86s there, Zucker and Henrique, Eberle. Really, though, outside of, keeping Svechnikov and signing Murray if we had the cap space, no one else here really worth it. I mean, Forsberg wouldn't be bad, but we just cannot afford him. We're going to take a look now at the two-way players' potential here. See who's good available. 23.74, 23.75. Those are guys we dropped. Zubov here, though, 21.74. That's really solid. He's already up there and, overall going to get better. Give him the $850K deal. These two guys, too, 20 years old, 74, 20 years old, 73. Yeah, everyone's giving them max. I'm going to give them a max deal here. Got 4 teams interested in him. This Salio guy is only 1 overall below. Same age, same potential, and 0 teams interested opposed to 4. So I don't know how that works out. I'm going to take a look at the rest of these guys. 22 and 75 for Hansen, still really good. These guys all have low top 9. So let's give Hansen a deal as well in case we miss out on some of the other guys. I'll give him like $850K. I think we have enough contract space for it all. Also, we needed a backup goalie. So we'll go see about that. Doesn't really have to be anybody great, as Korpisalo is a really good goalie, but I'd like to get somebody that's at least like an 81, preferably an 82. Let's take a look here who's available. So Schneider, not going to get that much money. Saros, 27, 82, wants 1.8. That's kind of perfect, actually, for the backup goalie I'm looking for. So I'm going to give him an offer here. I'll give him 1.9 for 2 years, give him an extra 100K, and see what he says. So I'm definitely going to trade Noah Hanifin as I was looking at it, and he's 83 right now, 25 years old, and this Graham guy is 82, 23 years old, so definitely, he can be Hanifin's replacement. And then for forwards, though, we really don't even need Svechnikov. Our 4 centers there are set, Barzal, Velarde, Draisaitl, and Gergensen. Left wings there, we have Andronov, Svechnikov, Connor, Benson, and Strome, so we have an extra one. And then right wingers even, we have Nylander, Seabrook, who's definitely making the team next year, Palmieri, and Poirier. So I'm thinking about packaging, Nolan Patrick, Svechnikov, and Hanifin for, an even better player. I was maybe even thinking about getting, a better second-line center, as right now Draisaitl 85 is kind of like the second-line center. Maybe, trade Gergensen, 2.4, 1 year left, trade, him, Svechnikov, Noah Hanifin, and Patrick for, a really good first or second-line center. Probably be the best thing for the team. Alright guys, so right here's an offer I'm making the New York Islanders, trading them Gergensen, who's our 4th line center. If we're bringing in a center, obviously he'd get pushed out. Svechnikov, like I said, we now have 8 solid wingers. He's not signed yet. We can afford to trade him, especially because Andronov's the same player. Nolan Patrick really never turned anything. 23.81 now. I'd rather trade him while he still has some value. And then Hanifin here is honestly our 6th best defenseman, probably might even be the 7th best at the end of the summer. He's making $3 million. So Islanders want 3 of the 4 pieces. They don't really want Patrick, but he still has a lot of value. Trading for Ryan Strome would be the perfect second-line center behind Barzal, 87 overall. Plus, we already have his brother on the team and Matthew Strome. Also getting Islanders' first-round pick if they say yes to this deal. So here we go. We'll see if they say yes. Trade rejected. Maybe we can add one other thing to make it go through. So I just added on this Bouillon prospect, unsigned, top 60 potential. He's pretty solid. We'll see if that's enough there to push over the edge. The value's definitely on our side. We'll see what the Islanders say. Trade accepted, so that prospect got it through. So we had to give up a lot there, but like I was saying, Hanifin I was going to trade away just to get rid of the cap. Patrick didn't turn into anything, so it's like 2 players I was going to move anyway. Svechnikov we turned into a better center instead of a winger, which we had. And then Gergensen would have been pushed out by the center. So it was kind of like 4 things we really need for an awesome second-line center, plus the first-round pick. So already building up our picks for next year. That first is actually the only other pick we have. Just the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th and 7th. So see if we can get a bunch of maybe mid picks again. But last year's draft was so good. We could definitely afford to not have as many picks this year. But really like that trade. I think we might even have a bit more money to spend in free agency now. Yeah, we actually have $2.5 million. So, or actually that's less than what we had. So I sent out those 2-way offers. We'll see who says yes. Other than that, I think we actually might be good for the summer. As you guys can see here, Steve Connolly accepted our offer. 74 overall, top 9 potential. Same with Zubov, 74 overall, top 9. Love getting like those cheap 2-way guys that are like 22 and under, and they're 75-ish and overall with good potential. That's awesome, especially when you sign them like that for free. This Saros guy accepted 81 right now. He must have like nerves, or whatever, joining the team. Hopefully he's an 82 when the season comes around. Hansen, 75 top 9. Salio or whatever, 72 top 9. I think there might have been like one other guy we had an offer on. Just going to advance a couple more days. Or maybe not. So take a look here and see if there's any other good 2-way guys. I don't think we have money for anybody else. Yeah, we have 1.4 million in cap. Ryan Murray's still available. We don't have the money for him. Islanders haven't signed Svechnikov yet. Let's see here. Yeah, these like Chiasson, Watson, we don't need any of these guys. Our team is set. Kasperi Kapanen's only an 82, 25 years old. Usually he gets to be a lot better than that, so his development must have been messed up somehow. Take a look here at the 2-way guys. Sort by potential. I think we still have at least a couple contracts. 23, 74. Let's see here. Most of them are like pretty old. I wouldn't mind a defenseman, as we did trade away a defenseman. Yashin here, 22 years old, 77 overall, medium top 6. I am glad I noticed this guy. 4 teams interested to give him the max there, 950K. Hopefully he says yes. The rest of them are kind of old. 21, 73 is not bad if we miss out on Yashin. Then bomb 6s. So if we can get this guy, that is a huge defensive prospect signing, especially again when you get him for free. And Yashin accepts the deal. That is awesome. Also, guys, before I forget, I want to show you the playoff stats for this year. Olas here, 14 points, 14 games, absolute beast. Palmieri at 12, Nylander 10, Draisaitl 10, Benson and Barzal 9, Liljegren 8, Strome 6, Andronov 6. Rest of the guys just kind of a couple points there. So pretty good. I mean, we already knew Olas was a beast. Top line forwards are producing. Right here, guys, we're trying to trade Niku and Johansson to Colorado for their 4th and 5th. These are the 2 guys I said I should sign just to give my AHL defense some depth, make the team better. But they're both 25, both 78, and we now actually have 78 overall defensemen that are younger than them in the AHL. So don't really need them. Might as well try and get a 4th and a 5th back for them. And Colorado says yes, so that was a good trade. Right here, guys, trying to make a trade with Buffalo for this Vandenbush defenseman. A very solid young defenseman, 22 years old, 84 overall, medium top 4D. I'm trading them Johnson now, as he's actually dropped in overall from 86 to 84, and he has exact 70 potential, so he's just going to keep getting worse. I shouldn't have signed him, I don't think. I had a couple solid prospects here. Weatherspoon, top 9 forward potential, 19 years old, 6'6 overall, but we have another center that's the exact same age, same potential, also a center, he's like 72, so Weatherspoon's like the worst of the 2. Samard there, bomb 6'4 potential is okay, and then a 2nd round pick in this year's draft. So a lot to give up, but we get a much better and a younger defenseman. We'll see what they say to this trade. Trade accepted, that's awesome. So right here, guys, we look at our lineup for next year. First line of Andronov, Barzal, and Nylander is pretty sick. Palmieri, Strome, Benson on the 2nd line. Connor, Draisaitl, Seabrook now on the 3rd line. This guy's going to be very good, I think. 21 years old, 84 overall already. Poirier, Velarde, and Strome on the 4th line. So a really solid 4th line. Defense here, we have Olas, absolute beast. Paired up with CC. 2nd pairing there, we have Dumba, and the guy we just traded for, Vandenbush. And then 3rd pair there, we have Graham, who's an 83 now. He was an 82 last we checked, so he's just getting better and better. He's just as good as Hanifin now and on a way cheaper deal. Paired up there with Liljegren, who's now an 84, so he's actually gone up a bit. Hopefully he can get to like at least an 86 at some point. Corby Salo here's a 90. Saros backing him up to an 82. NHL team, I think, is just very, very good. AHL team here, we have DeMeo an 81. The rest of the team, though, is just 70s. Some pretty solid players there with, decent potential. Interested to see how they play this year. Defense, though, is very solid. 379s and 378s. And a lot of these guys are very young with high potential. A lot of these guys actually we drafted. So looking forward to how they play. Goalies here, Hallinan starter there, and then Sanders backup, both 77. So like I was saying, I'm really excited for this next season. NHL team did great last year. Same with the AHL team, as you can see here too. AHL rating, we have a 82 offense, 82 defense, 80 goaltending. NHL team, 95 offense, 93 defense, 92 goaltending. So excited for next season. If you guys enjoyed this season and this video, leave that thumbs up. Stay tuned for more, guys. Have a nice day. Goodbye.